Good morning. The committee will come to order. Welcome. We are here this morning to consider 6 nominations, 3 from the Department of Interior and 3 from the Department of Energy. Our Interior nominees are Brenda Berman to be Commissioner of Reclamation, Susan Combs to be Assistant Secretary for Policy, Management and Budget, and Doug Dominic to be the Assistant Secretary for Insular Affairs. Our energy nominees are Paul Dubar to be Undersecretary for Science, David Jonas to be General Counsel, and Mark Menzies to be Undersecretary. I'd like to welcome all 6 nominees to our committee and thank them for their willingness to serve our country. To begin this morning, we will hear introductions from several colleagues, beginning first with Senator Cornyn and then Congresswoman Radewagen. Senator Flake and Senator Cassidy also wish to provide introductions of some of our nominees and their qualifications. So at this point in time, before moving to our opening statements, I would like you to begin, Senator Cornyn, with the introduction that you would wish to make before the committee this morning, and welcome to you. I appreciate all those introductions. I would now ask the nominees to take their seat at the table. You'll see your appropriate name tag there. I will now make a brief statement, and Senator Cantwell will make hers. We will then swear in each of you, hear your testimony, including the introductions of your family members, if you have any that are with you today. You can go ahead and be seated here. The first thing that I would like to say is that I'm glad you're here. I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that we're at a nominations hearings with 6 nominees sitting at the witness table. I think this process has been a little bit slower than most of us had anticipated, from the receipt of nominations to the delays that we're seeing just in confirmations. Given that we have a total of 38 nominees to process before our committee alone, we've only confirmed 2 and reported just 4 others so far. I think this is a good sign this morning to have a full table. This is an important step as we seek to ensure that Secretary Zinke and Secretary Perry have the members of their leadership teams in place and as soon as possible. Secretary Zinke has already proven to be an ambitious leader of the Department of Interior. I had an opportunity to travel with him along with several other colleagues here. We went to the Arctic in Norway and Greenland, and then flew across to the top of the United States there in Alaska. He made a very strong impression on many Alaskans while he was there. So Ms. Berman, Ms. Combs, Mr. Dominic, I appreciate your willingness to join Secretary Zinke at the Department of the Interior. And should you be confirmed, you will be responsible for identifying the challenges and the opportunities that exist for our federal lands, water management, and territories. Ms. Berman, I also want to note that should you be confirmed, you're going to be the first female commissioner of the Bureau of Rec, so that's good to note. We appreciate that. Now, I have not yet been able to host Secretary Perry in the state, but I look forward to doing so and to working with him to continue the Department of Energy's pursuit of scientific breakthroughs, transformative technologies, and energy dominance. Mr. Dauber, Mr. Jonas, Mr. Menzies, I also appreciate your willingness to serve, and I look forward to hearing more about what you would do, should you be confirmed, to help increase access to energy, make it more affordable, and improve its environmental performance. For members who have questions for our nominees, know that we're going to be trying to work through as many questions as possible. There is an appropriations full committee markup that's going on beginning in 15 minutes, so I'm going to be jumping in and out of that. But if members have additional questions after the hearing concludes, any questions for the record will be due at the close of business today. And then with the fact that our August session has been extended, I would also want members to be aware that it's my intention to try to move these nominees as quickly as they can, should they prove qualified and have sufficient support within our committee, hopefully to give them a chance, some chance of being confirmed before we leave in August. Finally, I have a large number of letters of support for these nominees. Senator Flake had mentioned some that he had provided for Ms. Berman, but I would ask unanimous consent that they be made a part of the hearing record, and they will do so. With that, I now turn to Senator Cantwell for her opening remarks, and then we will swear in the nominees.